Welcome to Cosmic Comics, Games and Collectibles, your zen of geekism. We carry comics old and new, magazines, toys, games like Pokemon, Magic, D&D. Want Godzilla, Ultraman, Star Trek, Ninja Turtles, Funko Pops? You'll find it all here. Shop our Cosmic Sound Room and pick up a record or two. Enjoy our Comic Coffee Lounge with a cup of Sasquatch coffee or a delicious menu item while geeking out over a super cool movie on our big screen. Come by and say hello to Maui. Cosmic Comic, Games and Collectibles. Superman loves us, and so will you.
Your favorite podcast is Critical Blast.
Breakfast. Lunch. I said lunch, not lunch!
No, we really do mean launch tonight. This is the launch party for Smokes the Fox and Weaponized Werewolf. Welcome, everybody, to the show. I am RJ Carter, Senior Managing Editor here at CriticalBlast.com, which at the moment looks a bit like a bomb went off. I've been tearing things apart and putting things together, and sometimes tear the thing apart I was meant to put together and vice versa. So the room's a shambles. I'm a bit of a mess myself, so you get to look at the pretty red and yellow Critical Blast icon tonight. But if you really need some animated faces, we have with us tonight creator Justin Belmont. Justin, how are you, sir?
Doing all right.
And you are joined by your artist, Mr. Zevius. Zevius, welcome to the show, sir.
Good evening, guys.
Hey,
How are you doing?
So you all excited? I mean, this is launch day. This is, campaign number 1, right?
Yep. First rodeo.
You've been on for 8 seconds so far. So, so far so good. I'm seeing 13% of the goal has been reached already.
I'm trying to hit 15% tonight, at least, if I can. I think that's a good start.
I think one more backer will get you there.
I'm sorry, what'd you say, RJ?
I think one more backer will get you to 15%.
Yeah, probably just one more pushed me over. Some guy just asked me about original art. He wanted to know if he could pick out what page, and I said, first come, first serve, basically, whatever pages I have. I don't have all the pages, though, the artist kept some of the pages, too. So, but I have good pages, so if anybody did want one. I was going to show some artwork tonight. And whatever else you guys want to talk about, if you guys want to ask me questions about the campaign or whatever.
Excellent. And while everybody's listening here, the link to Smokes the Fox #1 and Weaponized Werewolf #0 is right below the video there. It's also pinned to the top of the chat, and Pops Van Zant has also put it into the chat. So you can't miss it. You've got to work real hard to not see it. So hit that chat, check it out, and throw some money at this campaign before the night's out here.
Oh,
So
so
just
hi to the chat. Frog G, Miss Rena, Psycho Film.
Coming here to see you.
If you guys have any questions, just ask them in the chat. Want me to show the campaign, to share the screen?
If you want to drive, sure, I'll take it down off my side.
You want to do it?
I can do it.
Yeah,
right here.
All right, let's go.
So here we are with now this is 2 books, not like a flip book. This is 2 physical copies,
2
right?
separate books. Yep.
Very, very cool. So you got Mike Barron writing this. What was it like working with Mike Barron? I mean, he's a comic book veteran. You've got 1 comic book now under your belt. It's a bit like saying I need the living room painted. What was that?
It was pretty easy. He was pretty easy to work with.
It's sort of like saying we need the living room painted. That Michelangelo guy down the street's available.
I basically gave him the concept and how the story was going to go, the basics of it, and then he came up with this great script. There's a couple things I wanted out of there, like the werewolf was driving a car in the original script, and I was like, no. A fucking fox on a motorcycle was one thing, but a werewolf driving like a lowrider or something, I can't do it. I can't. So he chases him on all 4s when he's running.
Yeah, because he's pretty fast that way. The fox, a little different. So I'm looking. Wow, epic bundle here.
Right there's the epic bundle. I only got 20 of those, and 2 of them are gone already. And that one, you get a mystery gift, which is going to be very rare. It's going to be under 50 of them, but maybe under 30 of them. And then you get the bottle opener, you get a neck gaiter, you get a sketch card, you get all 3 covers. They're all signed. So Mike Barron's going to sign all 3 of those books. I'll sign them all, and the interior artists are going to sign them. So you get 9 autographs total. And you also get the Smokes license plate. It's a biker plate, same size as any motorcycle plate you get.
Very cool. I've never seen anybody do a license plate before. That'd be that should start a new trend. People could just nail those up in their garage and just have all your favorite comic books related stuff in license plate form.
Yeah, I didn't see anybody do that either. I know everybody knows about them. People have gotten those before. You go to the fair or whatever, or to like one of those little shops, and they'll have like the state's license plate or whatever. But the store takes place in Colorado. I live in Colorado. Mike lives in Colorado. The interior artists both live in Colorado, Lee Oakes and Barry McLean Jr. Actually, Barry's my neighbor. Out of all places on earth, he's actually lives next door to me. Isn't that kind of weird? I didn't even know it either. We found out later on when I was sending him something in the mail, and I was like, it's fucking next door. So that was a little weird.
That's crazy. You just walked it over.
Yeah, and we live in Denver. It's not like we live in like a little town or something like that. So there's like 2 million people in the Denver and the surrounding area. We show off his cover. That's why Xevious is in here.
So let's find that cover here. Is that the
keep scrolling down. Keep going. That's the Perlin cover.
Got it.
That's the Gerhard cover.
Scrolling.
Yeah, I'm just here to relax and meet you guys. I've been talking to Justin DMs for a few weeks, but haven't met yet.
That's it right there.
There we go.
Whoa, that's some gore for a cover.
Yeah. Tim Vigil actually did that cover for me. I consider him to be one of the best artists out there for werewolves. Him and Kelly Jones. I mean, they just draw really, really, really good gore, and he didn't disappoint here. You can see the gore and the guts spilling out.
I always wanted to read his stuff, but when Faust was out, I was looking at it like, wow, those covers look amazing. But they were also adults only. My local comic store didn't carry them. I was 12. It was never going to happen.
He's a cool dude. I was just talking to him yesterday. He said he loves the cover, and I basically did the changes that he wanted. Kyle Ritter originally did the colors, but he's kind of really busy right now, so I had to have Z's come in and help me finish the job and do some changes that he wanted. So both two colorists on this cover, but two great colorists on this cover. As you
So
can
Ned,
see.
did you just say that he loved it? He told you yesterday.
Yeah, he does love it. He actually said he wants to work with me again. That he has an idea for a book.
Love to. In the last 6 months, I've become almost like a cover guy, and not just colorist, much more just painting them, right? Like, so that'd be a blast.
He said he wanted to work with me because I care what he thought. You know what I mean? I didn't want to put out a cover that he's not happy with.
Mm-hmm.
So these changes were for him, and I think in the end he knows how he wants his artwork to be presented, and I think he did a great job on the colors, and I'm proud of it. So.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm interpreting this right, the werewolf is attacking him because the guy shot a bald eagle?
No, it just happens to be he was poaching and in the wrong place at the wrong time. The werewolf's just a killing machine. Anybody gets in its way, it's all over with.
I got you. He did kill Eagly, so Peacemaker was going to get him if the werewolf didn't. I don't know if you haven't watched the show; it doesn't make any sense when I say that, but.
This is the interior. This is my neighbor, Barry McLean Jr. He also did Billy the Kid. I don't know if you're familiar with that title. It's a horror book, spaghetti western. It's like a bunny rabbit that has 6 shooters and shit. It's a pretty cool book, actually. It came out on Blue Juice Comics. And he's also doing Cue Ball. Are you familiar with Cue Ball with Mike Barron?
That one I am, yes.
Yeah, that's Barry McLean's art.
All right.
So this
I
is
like
all
the.
Barry McLean.
I like that you named the werewolf Cheney. I think that's appropriate.
Mike came up with that name. I came up with the Weaponized Werewolf name, and he came up with Cheney.
And this is. So we should probably explain what the weaponized werewolf is. I mean, this is not your gypsy curse kind of werewolf thing.
He's not like a werewolf that howls into the moon and transforms into a werewolf by the full moon. It's nothing like that. He's basically a genetic experiment. He's half wolf, half human, and he's always this. He doesn't transform. And he also is going to be used as a weapon for the military. And on his wrist, you'll see that he has this bracelet that they have him wear. It kind of tracks where he's going, and it also has drones that follow him. So he's not your average werewolf.
And there are aliens involved. I can see, there's one right here.
Yeah, the aliens helped us develop these hybrids.
It's got a cool outfit on. Someone's got a superhero outfit of his own there.
His name's Sepoy.
Is he the only one that shows up, or is there like a whole bunch of them that work in teams and he's just the spokesman?
Wait, what are you saying?
Is he like the spokesman for the aliens, or are there other ones that show up?
In this story, there's only Sepoy as of right now.
All right. Well, guess what, guys?
There's more.
We have a king in our presence. Or
Mike
a baron.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Mike, welcome to the show. How you doing tonight?
Good.
I said I'm not turning my camera on tonight because my room has been torn apart. I had to build a bed where there was already a bed. It's like a big Jenga game, so everything's stacked up and torn apart, and it's just a mess.
Well, you see, I have the lights down low, so you can only see my face and not the wreck of the room behind me.
I should try that. We're just looking at Weaponized Werewolf here, and what were your thoughts when Justin approached you with this? Because as I was telling Justin, it's like he hadn't done a comic. You've done a couple million, and it was I said it was sort of like saying the living room needs painted. Michelangelo's down the street doing nothing. How does that work out?
Well, you're too kind. Justin told me the kind of story he wanted, and I thought about it. I started making notes, and at a certain point, notes reach what I call a critical mass,
Yeah.
where there's enough there that you can see the whole story. And then I put the story together. I should haul it out right now so I have it before me while we talk, because I'm so many stories down the road from that I don't remember what I wrote.
How many stories have you got working at a time?
Huh?
How many stories do you have working at a single time, Mike? I mean, you're
Six or
cranking out.
seven. Six or
Wow.
seven.
That's a
You got you on the big screen there, Justin.
No, I actually have the printout of the interior here on my desk if I can find it. And you know what? I'll go over it tomorrow so that the next time I appear, I know what I'm talking about. But I don't let anything out of the house these days unless it's a home run. So I'm proud of the story.
Do you keep all the stuff that you haven't sold to somebody in a drawer somewhere, or do you incinerate it?
What's in a computer?
Okay.
And I've had stories that I wrote 5 or 6 years ago that are just now coming to fruition. I wish I could talk about them, but it's premature until we have some art. But I'm very excited about the stuff that's going on.
Well, that's cool. It's just sometimes, you hear, like some author, who passed and said they're like, hey, we dug through his drawers and we found some manuscripts that he didn't send out. And then you read them and you're like, yeah, there was a reason why he didn't send them out. Don't publish stuff he didn't send out.
Well, anything that survives my typing years, I assume is not very good.
There's more aliens there, but that's back in their home planet.
Gotcha. So they just came to Earth and decided to help us make some werewolves.
Well, no, it's the Defense Department harbors these aliens, as they have for over half a century, keeping them secret from the public, so that they can do technological trade and have the aliens assist them in government programs, which are used primarily to spy on their own citizens or on other countries, and to gain a technological edge over them so that they can rule. I mean, it's not a benign program.
And this is, by the way, all in the same world. So Smokes the Fox and the Weaponized Werewolf, Cheney, and they're working for the same people.
Right.
They're two separate stories, but the same characters. But the story goes together. Two books go together.
Right. Now you've got the cover here where both of them are on it, but they don't actually meet each other in either of the stories, right?
Yes, they do.
They do? They meet in one of these stories?
You talking about Smokes
Don't
and
look at
Werewolf?
me.
Yes.
Something. Hang on. Let's see if I can.
Smokes and Cheney, do they cross paths?
Let me see if I can find the book.
Yes, this is a scene from the
Over
book.
here someplace. Now I'm gonna have to turn the light off. Do that. I'm gonna turn the camera off. You don't want to see it. You don't want to see it.
Yeah, they are locked up in the same facility in this underground base called. The project is called Project Minotaur. And it's
Which makes
created
sense.
hybrid.
Yeah.
And
Here we go.
Smokes escaped the facility. And they send the Weaponized Werewolf to fetch him, to eliminate him.
Oh, okay. So Fox is out on the loose, just having his freedom, and Weaponized Werewolf is sort of like, retrieved.
They decided to let him go after him. I don't know if it was the best move or not. Oh, you got that, huh? That's the first copy of my comic book. I printed it out myself and put it together with those clips.
Ah, it's not lettered.
Oh,
No,
no.
it's not. It was before I got it lettered.
But you
Ask
know what?
Justin. He knows what's going on.
If you have a good artist, you don't need to have it lettered. You can tell the story from the pages, right?
Well, no, I'm against wordless stories. No matter how great they are, they always go by in like in an instant. You don't linger to think about the scene. I'm not a big one on verbosity either, but comics are a multimedia presentation. That means words and pictures.
Yeah, I agree. You got to have it both.
Yeah.
Comics does stuff. Comics tell stories that can't be told any other way. That's why they have to be adapted to other forms from the comic. And even then, it's just almost a different story by the time they're done.
Looks like I got another backer.
You got another backer. You were at 14%. So, one more percent, you've got to your 15 goal for the night.
All right, let's go. Let's go, Brandon.
Oh, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. So we already saw the epic bundle here. 125. You get all this cool stuff. 3 signed books with 9 autographs total. The vanity license plate, the bottle opener, the sketch card, the neck gaiter, the rare mystery gift, of which there'll only be like between 30 to 50 made. I think you said
Less than 50. Yeah.
less than 50. Okay. And then if you want to just start with the basics, here you are. You've got the pack A, which is Smokes and Werewolf. 25 bucks. The Perlin cover, right. That's the Perlin cover with the motorcycle and the
Tim Vigil cover.
Tim Vigil cover. I was reading the names in the front here, and I was like, I know he said Vigil, but I don't see it on the list.
He just did the cover. The interiors is by Barry McLean Jr. And both books were inked by Rodney Ramos.
Okay, and the first book, the Smokes book, is 28 pages, which is bigger than your normal floppy by a couple of pages there. And then, of course, the Weaponized Werewolf, it's a number 0 issue, which you expect to be fewer pages, but it's still close to a full-size comic book, 16 pages.
And there's going to be stretch goals to make it a little bit bigger with some bonus content.
Oh, nice. Here's the other pack B, again, $25. You get the other, you get the Gerhard cover for us.
Yep,
Is
it's
that
all
right?
Gerhard.
Gotcha.
But he colored
And
that
I
cover too. Gerhard colored the Perlin cover though too.
Oh, okay, cool. So he colored both
drew
covers.
This cover's all him right here. This is all him.
I love this cover because it's like, you got all the natural wildlife out there, and that bear's looking at him like, that's a fox standing up against a tree on a motorcycle. Something's wrong here.
Those are all actually nocturnal animals from Colorado. I had Gerhard put as many as he could fit in the background.
Gotcha. Yeah, I see it. And there's actually another fox over here. That fox has really got to be freaked out. Because the smell's right, but the visual's wrong.
They're all over the place. There's some at the very top. There's some bats.
Yeah, I see the bat. And I see this. I don't know what kind of bird
Very,
it is.
very top.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I saw the one flying down here in front of the mountain.
There's that owl, a few different birds, that fox. He put a bunch of them in there for me. I thought
It looks
it
like
came out
Devil's
really
Tower
well.
in the back. It looks like Devil's Tower from Close Encounters in the back there.
It does, doesn't it?
We got a lot of rocks like that in Colorado.
So Justin, what was the what was the moment when you conceived Smokes the Fox? Do you remember? It's like I want a fox, and I want him to obviously smoke, because that's how he gets his name, right? He's a toker.
He becomes a toker after he escapes the facility. Yes. How did I come up with him?
Yeah. What was going on that made that happen?
I created him shortly after I smoked my first joint, when I was 16 years old. And
so many characters come in.
I was a collector of a lot of indie books back then. It's kind of like coming full circle again. All the indie stuff's coming back. If you haven't noticed, remember the Image days? Everybody had their own independent book, and then it just died off one day. Now it's back again. I think the indie scene is more popular than regular comics right now, than the big guys.
Well, the Image round was actually the second round. I was around for the first round in the early 80s when it was Eastman and Laird, and Frank Miller was doing Ronin with upstart companies. In fact, I just side note here, we're going to do a special show on 2/22/22 with comic books for kids. It's a charity. We're going to do a charity auction. And I had just sent in a donation purchase last week when we had them on, and they sent me Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles special Comic-Con cover for CB4K, done by Eastman. So it's been a while since we've seen an Eastman cover.
Wow.
It was pretty cool. It just came in the mail today, so I'm just.
Have you ever met
talking about it.
Eastman? His presence
Yeah.
is just like,
In fact, I have a Nexus he drew.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
oh, he's like
We
the
were on a
nicest
plane. He was
guy.
sitting behind me. Yeah. And all of a sudden, this sheet of paper comes up between the seats. Says, "Here, Mike, this is for you."
He is the nicest guy. He makes time for everybody in that line. That line goes down the street, down through the con, wraps around, and he will spend time with every single person in that line. He'll look at your portfolio. He'll look at your turtle drawing. He'll sign whatever you want him to sign. He'll give you a free signature. He'll draw a little turtle head for you. I can't even compare to that guy. It's just
I love
his
creators
presence
like
is
that
just-
who still remember, the fans
He's a
and
really
know
good
what it's
guy.
all about.
I hope to meet him again, though. That's the bulk retailer perk right there, RJ.
Yeah, so 10 copies of each one for $100. That's 20 comics for $100. So that's $5 each book.
No,
you're going to sell
10 comics, 5 sets of 2.
Okay.
You get five
Five.
werewolf, and then you get to pick whatever variant you want to smoke. So if you want 5 Perlin covers, you can get 5 Perlin covers. If you want to get some Perlin covers, some Gerhard covers, you can get whatever you want, any way you want it.
I got you. I misread that. Did the math wrong on it. So it's 10
You know,
copies, 5 of Smokes and 5 of the Weaponized Werewolf, and mix
Yeah.
and match the cover types. Okay.
At one point, Justin was considering printing the book on hemp paper.
Could you find a printer to do that?
I did find a printer, but the cost is very, very costly, and they don't have really that much experience printing comic books. They usually deal with other things. So I think that's why the cost is so high. They would probably just hand off the paper to somebody else, and I'm paying twice the amount.
If you were looking for paper, maybe you could find some like custom printed zigzag. You could
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
just-
I know what you're saying.
send out some roll your own papers with Smokes the Fox on it.
I thought about that too, having it bagged and then having like the zigzags inside the bag. Remember the bag comics used to get with stuff inside of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's
some
been
people hate those poly bags.
I'm
then
not
you wanna
fond of
open
them.
them.
Because, yeah, they're not mints as soon as you open the book.
Yeah, so that's why I don't really like it that much. But they're cool. I remember I used to get 3D glasses and shit in them and stuff like that.
Lola's here, says he needs that
Lola!
smoking jacket.
Oh, she always before she saw what I looked like, she pictured me wearing a smoker's jacket with like some kind of cigar in my mouth or something like that. And I told them I smoked a cigar like a few times in my life, and I don't really care for it. But
Do the whole Hugh Hefner bit.
yeah, she thought I was like Hugh Hefner type because my last name sounds like Richie, I guess.
You sound like a hotel chain. I'm staying at the Belmont. And this is the Weaponized Werewolf art that you have for sale here. You've got Smokes the Fox original art and Weaponized Werewolf original art.
Yep.
it's gonna
For
be
the smoke art, it was done traditionally, so the pens and the inks are on the same board. But
okay.
the Weaponized Werewolf, you'll see if you look down, it's $10 more for a page of Weaponized Werewolf because you actually get the image on 2 sheets of paper. So you get the pencils on one board and you get the inks on another.
So it's all nice. So you can just frame them side by side and show the progression of the art.
Yep. So
That's
you
how I
get
would
2
do it.
pieces, and Mike signed them all. I had the artist sign them. I'm going to sign them. So
Very nice. We haven't had any of those claimed tonight. You could get one of those claimed and we'll be at 20%, I think.
a guy just asked
gotta
me about one, so I think I'm going to get rid of one soon.
Good. I hope so. You got a $5,000 fixed goal here, which means you have to hit that. There's no wiggle room on this. It's not the other goal where it's like, yeah, well, if we hit it, we hit it. If we don't, we're still making the book. So, any concerns? I mean, you're about a fifth of the way there, and you've only been going for what time did you launch today? A couple hours ago.
At 12 Eastern.
Okay.
Justin, we got to get you on some other live streams.
Yeah.
Get the word out.
I got some
And,
lined up.
okay.
Yeah,
I want to get on some big ones like Fraga or something. I know he smokes up, and it'd be a good show to get on. I like Fraga.
Do you know how to
I'll
get
take
Mike?
anybody I can get, though. You know what I mean? I'm not picky.
Yeah. I think Dan would have you on.
If you have a way to
gotta get
reach him,
Pops.
I don't have a way to reach him.
I'll give you a way to reach him.
I knew that Mike could do that. Mike, you got to get me a way to reach Gabe too someday. I want to get that Truth, Justice, and American Way comic on here some night.
You could play the video for the everybody who signs up and backs early is going to get the metal trading card. That second video, if you go to the next video.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the
is there
metal
sound
trading
on this?
card. It's just an 18-second video, no sound.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll add it back to the stream because I was going to have to reshare otherwise.
Just show you really quick what the metal card looks like.
Oh, that's nice. You stayed with the squared edges on that thing.
Yep. I designed the back myself. Just very simple.
That's pretty cool. Though. I mean, you designing your own logo and stuff. And you're at
the
15%.
first 90 backers are going to get one of those for free with their order.
Oh, that's very cool. So, guys, 90 backers, everybody gets a card if you're the first 90. You've had 2 backers during the show, so we have missed it the first time, but this is what we call our shake and bake moment, Justin.
It's shake and bake, and I help.
Basically, any backers you get while you're on our show, we're claiming came from us. It's just the rule. They could have come from Twitter. We don't care. We're claiming them. So I would love to see this get to the 20% mark tonight. That means you're like at 1,000. Nice round number to end the night with.
Okay, Justin, check your email.
You got the secret key.
Not now. Not now. Later.
Oh, I don't know what you're saying.
Share it on screen while you check it, please. Yeah.
No, I just sent him Dan Fraga's contact info.
Yeah, I know. That's why I told him to share it on the
No,
screen.
don't share it on screen. Dan will kill everyone.
You know what? He could do it too. He looks like he could be a professional wrestler.
He's a CG wrestler.
Yeah, he is. That's a fun thing they've got going on. That CG wrestling thing.
Did I win the other night?
I've got to see you. I got to see your avatar there. We got so many creative people in the CG community doing just fun, crazy stuff like this.
What showed those stretch goals, RJ?
Yeah, let's do that. I passed him. Sure. First of all, what is this I'm looking at here?
That's the oldest surviving drawing that I have of Smokes that I drew when I was like 15 or 16 in 1993, I believe it's from.
Huh.
This is like, you got the shaggy headed kid here in the dog. It's like, this is a Scooby-Doo picture, kind of.
I just thought I'd show the early beginnings.
Yeah. It's cool. Smokes likes his stuff in a pipe, I see. Oh, no, he's getting somebody else's pipe and filling it.
He stole somebody else's stash.
Which is, the best way to do it.
That's the Zivas cover.
Oh, I'll go back. Yeah, this is that gory cut.
I was just talking to Tim Vigil last night. He says he wants to work with me again, that he has an idea for a comic book.
Great.
Is it going to be
the color came out? What's that, Mike?
Is that going to be in this universe, or is it going to be in his crowdfunded universe?
We haven't got to discussions about it. They just basically gave me a general idea of what it is. I don't think it'll be completely separate from this stuff, though.
Is he doing crowdfunded comics, or would that be his first one?
I think he's done one before, or is him and his brother, right? Or is that self-published? I'm not sure. There's the
missing the
breakdown
stretch
of the creative team right there.
Oh, okay. Here they are. Usually I see the perks and usually the creative team is the last thing, like the credits in a movie.
I put the
Well, this
perks
is
at
that-
the end. Maybe I put them in the wrong order. I'm a newbie.
Yeah. Just mix it up a little bit, right?
That's one of the
some that
original
side-
art pages you can get. Here's a sample of the sketch cards below that.
Oh,
So
very nice.
you're either going to get one by Barry McLean Jr. or you're going to get one by Lee Oakes, the interior artist.
Now, one of the things I'll say is that you've got two books that, are established in the same universe, but the Smokes book is drawn more cartoonish than the Weaponized Werewolf book. Is that intentional or is that just art styles? It could change.
That's just art styles.
Tim Vigil is a highly detailed artist. He does fine detail that the other artists don't do, but it's just different styles. The inside is by Barry McLean Jr. He's got a different style, but both books are going to blow you away. You're going to like the stories.
Yeah, and you need both of them, guys, because it's they're side by side stories happening here.
Would you say,
Here's-
Mike, you can read them both in any order? I would think you can read them in any order, wouldn't you? Or
I
you think
read
you can read
Smokes first.
Smokes first.
On here now, we can really see the artwork that's going to be on that neck gator.
Yeah, I got it right here.
Oh, look at that! So mask on, mask off, depending on where you walk these days. You can pull it up.
If you
take
don't
it
want to
down.
wear it on your face, you can it's a collector's item. It's like a cloth print.
True. Just hang it on the wall. Put it in frame.
Put it on your dog. I don't know.
Okay, so here's our stretch goals. Now you got some 6 a.m. stickers here.
Yeah, that's Weaponized Werewolf Smokes, Sepoy the Gray Alien, and Colonel Mayberry.
Colonel Mayberry. So if you hit 6,000, we're going to get that smoke sticker. 7 for Weaponized Werewolf, 8 for Sepoy, 9 for the Colonel, and then at 12,000, they're going to be upgraded to holograms. They'll be holograms.
Yep.
And then 15K is bonus content. Is that bonus content in both books? One book?
Probably just one book, but I'm thinking about adding another stretch goal to make Weaponized Werewolf about 4 pages longer. But we'd have to get through these stretch goals first, so I didn't bother putting it in yet. I didn't want to get too far ahead of myself, But
All right.
if you scroll down, there's a couple more stretch goals.
Yeah, I'm just curious who this character was because that's not
Oh,
Colonel
that's
Mayberry.
John Bauer.
And he's a police officer, obviously. I can tell that.
Yep. He's an outdoors kind of guy, and he's also a police officer. He's a big part of the story.
20,000, you get the high roller poker chip. And at 25, you get a poker chip capsule holder. So you're talking about like the money belt thing that you just stack them in and
It's
thumb them out.
It's like this case that fits the poker chip perfectly, and it's clear. It's like a hard case shell.
Oh, it's the one poker chip. So it's
Just the one poker chip, so it basically preserves. It's like a protecting case for it.
yeah, I get you. So like if you collect silver coins, people know what these things are.
Yeah, it's for coins and stuff. But these are specially made for poker chips.
Cool. Yeah, that keep it mint, keep it fresh.
Well, I
Fresh.
just tried to coax Tim on the show, but he says he's finishing up stuff and he's going to work out.
Oh, well, we tried.
Yeah.
And at 30K, you're going to upgrade the cover quality. So what is that, like paperweight, gloss?
I haven't decided. That's why I just left it just some kind of upgrade. Maybe some thicker paper or spot UV. I'm gonna have to talk with the printer and see what they recommend because I'm kind of new to this, especially that.
Yeah.
Kind of,
Definitely talk to a person at the printer and see what they can
Yeah.
do, because I've seen some situations where books were late because somebody ordered off the website spot printing, and then the printer physically said, "We don't do that," and they were like, "It says it on your website," and I ordered it, and like, well, that's wrong. So always talk with a person. I've been talking with printers past 2 weeks, trying to find somebody who can do 10 by 15 size pages, and apparently that's a real hard to come by commodity. But I got a client who's trying to do an oversized coffee table book, and we're just trying to see if we can't find another printer than the one he's already got before we move forward with it. 916, look at this, 18%.
Oh.
We are only $84 away from that $1,000 barrier, guys. Thank you all so much. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, just
Pops was one of my first backers.
Yeah, he said he was number 3. But, it's not a race. you got in the first 90, so you're getting that metal trading card. Now, what was you've already got the metal trading cards in hand, so
Yeah, I got them. I got them already. They're already
you
made.
got one. Let me put that up on the big screen.
I got all of them made right now.
Yeah, I've got a couple metal trading cards in my collection now from all the books that we've backed and worked with, and they're really cool. My only bitch about them is that if I pick up the book that my sleeves are in and I lay it down, because it's metal, it's heavy and it slides right out the top. Now what do you got there? That's the bottle opener.
Yeah, it's double-sided.
Nice. You need a Smokes the Fox bong, but
I understand the government is giving those away free now.
Yeah, I heard that. it's to provide equity, because some people can afford the good ones and some people have to make them on their own. So we'll just give all you good ones. If they're smart, they'll just use the list of people who got the free phones and pretty much assume that, hey, same list, right? We'll reuse it. Free bongs. And we have a friend from Russia in the chat. Dobry utro, comrade, and Danya. So he is gone. Why do they do it? The links don't work. Haven't they figured out you can't make a link work if you're not a mod? It's a waste of time. It must work somewhere.
His colors on the Weaponized Werewolf.
Let me get back down to those 2 covers again here.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's the first one. Yeah. I love the colors on this though. The light especially. That fire in the background. I'm always impressed when I see a good looking glowing fire on a color cover.
Yeah, thanks, man. We did this twice. Well, Kyle Ritter did the first one, then Justin wanted some changes. So I did one with filtered moonlight, which we liked, or I guess everybody was pretty cool with it. But then you pointed out that in the inside, this is actually happening at sunset. So that was a whole new scheme. So sort of the light bleed, between the. I guess that was Tim's plan. He wanted to see the orange on the front of the trees. So that was a way to justify that. So yeah.
That'll work. It's not like, anybody expects the exact same cover to happen in the book exactly the way it's shown, but
no, hell no. But just the continuity is fun.
It's never happened before in comics. Why should start now?
Right.
Except with Watchmen, where the cover was actually the first panel of every chapter. But
True.
Actually, RJ, that page, that cover was actually a page that was in Smokes that my editor told me I should take out of the book. So instead of keeping it inside the interior, I actually made that the Weaponized Werewolf cover. So this scene takes place in Smokes, but it's the cover for Weaponized Werewolf.
I like it. Some people might consider it too gory, but not me.
No, this is right out of the pages of Twisted Tales, one of the 1980s horror books after they got code dropped again. I love the gory comic books. Now, so ZV, obviously, when you draw something, a lot of people know that artists use reference for items. Like here's a person running. Well, here's a person running photograph. I'm going to use that as a reference to draw the character. How do you draw just like disembowelment? Because it's
just like that. I have Tim. I'm chatting with Tim right now in PM. I should ask him. I said, "How do you draw disembowelment?" I'll put it to him. The people
Yeah, because
wanna
it's
know.
like, it's, do you look at a bowl of spaghetti and it'll go with something like that?
Well, I
Some
mean, this,
anchovy
this,
sausage.
this is Tim right here, not me. I'm colors. Although generally speaking, I become almost entirely a cover artist lately. So the weird things that get sent at me, like I just did, what was that? The mecha thing for Tail End Studios, Mavericks. I did a cover for that. I did 2 covers for Scott McCullough on Door Kickers. And I guess you just start looking around on, just looking at doing GIS searches and sort of seeing what comes up, and it kind of comes together. But by all means, I mean, grabbing an iPhone and taking a picture of a bowl of spaghetti, that's the kind of weird shit I might do at 2:00 in the morning to try and figure something out. So, yeah, sometimes it's pretty weird.
And of course, he's got his jaw is just being dislocated and ripped off at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I let him do
blood
what he
spatter.
wanted to do. I didn't tell him to. I let him do whatever he wanted to do.
Good. Yeah, for a cover, I think the less direction, the better. Personally.
Yeah, it's I always say that comic book scripts are art direction. You have to be an art director to write a comic book script, but for the cover, just say, what happens in the story, go nuts.
I heard some people get upset if what happens on the cover doesn't happen inside the comic book.
well, only since 1960.
But
In
everything
fact,
on the covers actually happens in the book.
Yeah, I've seen plenty of Golden Age covers that had absolutely nothing to do with what went on in the book. I mean, they were just symbolic covers, Superman stopping a train, Batman shooting a crook. Yeah, he had a gun. And none of that would happen in the story itself. So not until much later on. I'm refreshing. I'm waiting to see this thing go up a little bit more, guys. So folks in the chat, please share this thing out so your friends see it, because your circle of followers is different than my circle of followers, and then their circle. Tell them to share it. Yeah, share it and say, hey, share this out for me, please. So we get a double share going, double ripple effect.
I've been messaging everybody to help me out, post it, retweet, or whatever. So everybody's been helping out. I really appreciate it. Getting the word out to everybody.
Yeah, and if you're not backing it tonight, click this thing right here, because that way you'll get constant reminders of where it is in the process, and especially that whole "we're about to close" notification, so that you don't miss out on this.
Yeah, you want this book. If the goal is entertainment, believe me, this book is better than anything Marvel or DC is putting out.
I wouldn't go setting the bar that low, Mike. You know what though? That brings up a point. We just finished up our best of 2021 voting at the end of January, and I've been teasing out the winners throughout the week here for best films and best picture, best series, and these actually have physical trophies. I mail out physical trophies to all the winners and get the addresses. And this week we announced all the winners for the best comic. Today we announced the best comics writer for 2021, and there was, among the best comics, there was one Marvel comic. King in Black was nominated on the list, and no DCs. And in the writer and the artist category, artist going to be announced tomorrow. There were no DC or Marvel. The closest you could get was the best writer nomination was Carl Kiesel, and that was for something he did independently. So
here we have the Bob's Ass Awards. Now I will send you a picture of the award via Twitter. Here, I'll send it to you via Twitter, and I would like you to put the cover of the Bob's Ass Award. I want you to show this to the people, if you can do that.
I can do that.
All right.
Let's see the Bob's Ass Award.
This is the most coveted award in showbiz.
Oh, I've seen it.
Well, many people have seen it because I make no secret. In fact, we're very proud of the Bob's Ass Awards. There it is.
And all I got to do now is just drag it over here.
Yes.
There we go. Look at that.
Bob's Ass. Nominations are now open.
Bob is going to sue you one of these days, Mike.
Bob's very proud. Bob is very happy to be featured on a live stream like this.
Bob's like, can you hold my tail up a little taller for me, please? Thank you very much. There we go. I'm surprised we don't have a Bob's Balls award there. I think that something's missing.
Alas, those days are gone.
Those days are gone with the balls. Yeah, poor Bob. Thank you, Bob. Though it's a dog ass trophy as opposed to a cat.
Next time, I'll put the room together. We'll see if we can get Bob on camera here. You can see his front, which is just as handsome as his rear.
Even more so, you might say.
All right, I got to sign off, guys.
Yeah, we're
wrapping back.
Up, Mike.
Thanks for jumping in, Mike.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you being here.
Talk to you soon.
Good to meet you, man.
Well, guys, it is coming up on the top of the hour. I wanted to get you to the 1,000, but I did get you at least over the. I didn't get you. I was here when it happened. Let's be honest. We saw you get over the 15%. Would have loved to have seen this get to the 20% mark, but it'll happen before the night's out. Get on some reputable streams like Pops Van Zant and Michael Bancroft, and you'll get a much bigger bump. But
I got some streams lined up this week.
Yeah, got to get your name out there now. Of course, everybody knows who you are. You show up in chats a lot. And that was Eudaimonia Comics put out a video this week about that whole thing, how he was putting out comics, but he wasn't making much headway. He was kind of disappointed, and then he started doing exactly what people had told him to do, which was go to streams, watch streams, talk in the chat, say hi to people, get known, and then announce a comic. And suddenly, everybody wants to support your comic because they know who you are. We know who you are. We see you around. So you've got that hurdle crossed. It's
trying to get out there as much as I can.
Yeah, you're on to selling the book now. Is there anything? Boy, that's a nice picture. I like that.
That's a good page.
These are just random panel scenes from pages.
So Weaponized Werewolf, Cheney, he is kind of wild. I mean, he's just, like you said, that hunter was just in the wrong place at the wrong time when he got attacked. So how do they control somebody like Cheney? I mean, they let him out.
That's the problem. They realize that they can't control him.
Oh.
That was probably a bad idea to set a killer werewolf loose.
Was he a killer when he was a human?
No, he's always a werewolf. He's a hybrid that was made in lab.
Oh, he was born that way. Okay.
Yeah, so he doesn't transform at all or nothing like that. So he's always.
Yeah, I just didn't know if he was like a man, and then they did the experiments on, and now you're a weaponized werewolf. And you're stuck that way.
Nope.
Gotcha. Going to have to read the story. Quit trying to make it up in your head.
From birth.
Yeah. Hex Allen, welcome to the show, sir.
Hey, dude.
What's up, Aaron Jordan, Mike Walters, Psycho Film. Man, everybody's in here. What's up, Frog G?
It's an active chat tonight. Yeah, Mike's getting ready to start up the mic stand over on his channel. So at the top of the hour when we're closed here, pop over there and watch the mic stand as he goes through the niche news events of the day. And I believe he's going to be covering the best comic and best comic writer announcements. So I'm gonna tune in for that because I like to hear my own stories read by somebody else. There's Foxy. He's almost got 8 fingers. Yeah, he's almost got those 8-finger handlebars. I like that.
Yeah, it's like a chopper.
Yeah.
Chopper.
Got a whole
see those
team
things that they're wearing on their head? Go back to that.
Yeah.
That's how they communicate with the aliens, Sepoy. So he's not your typical alien where they talk to you in your head or whatever, telepathically.
He needs a translator.
They can understand the alien is by wearing these devices on their head, these headsets.
That makes sense. That's a lot. I like that more than just. I like that more than just the aliens being so damn smart that they can just send signals into our head without any help at all. Nice sunset here. Again, coloring on this is just awesome.
DC Alonso did all the coloring for the interiors of both books. He just did Star Trek for IDW, He did that some work in that Sylvester Stallone book. Which one was that?
The Expendables Go to Hell.
Yeah, Expendables Go to Hell. He did like a few pages of that, or a chapter, or whatever it was. He's doing some more work for Marvel and DC right now. He's a very busy man. I was happy to get him in between jobs so he can work on my book. Oh, it did.
Your eyes don't deceive you at all. You are now you're visualizing Justin Belmont. Everyone take screen caps right now. There you go. Now you got screensavers, everybody. and by the way, it's we got Xevious on screen too. So get those screen captures done. Look at that all caps ball cap that we can see now that you're big on screen here.
Mhm.
That is a masterpiece. I've tweeted to EVS. I'm like, you know what? You should sell the all caps patch as a solo patch so that people can put it on their jackets and other things.
I've got the toque. Yeah, the toque right here too. I've had these kicking around for a long time.
Oh my gosh! So big supporters. What do you guys have any theories about what the interesting phone call he's touting was? Has he announced that yet?
Nope, I saw that. I just it's a mystery. I'll sit and wait.
Yeah, he's been trolling a lot of DC stuff of his since he said that. So
Something big's coming.
something big's coming. I think since he showed the McFarlane toy thing, I don't think he's going to go draw for DC, but I think he might be designing some action figures for DC.
Interesting. So I won't. I've done a lot of work with Cyberfrog, but I won't step into it because I have no idea. But there was speculation going around yesterday that he was going to go back and work for DC, and it's impossible for them to ever match what he's making with Cyberfrog, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, simple as that. That's just me not knowing anything.
Yeah, your boy's got a video out I haven't watched yet that
Yep.
he says, is EVS going back? No. So now I've got to listen to it and get his reasons. It's in my to be listened to list.
Me too.
I'm here drinking and putting this bed together.
Like what's the gross on Cyberfrog at this point? Like 7-8 million, something like that, right?
Oh my gosh, I have no idea.
5 or something like that, I think.
Yeah. So it's and it's all well known and whatever. You could never pay an artist anything close to any of that. So
It's all money laundering, Xevious. Come on, let's be honest about it.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're laundering it from, but people are funny, especially when they're bitching about successful people. Anyway, guys, are you going on more streams tonight? Do you have places to hop to? You should.
Oh yeah, I gotta go on stream right now, actually.
All right. Well, this is the good time to end it. You're 8:01. Justin, Xevious, thank you guys for coming on the show and bringing Smokes the Fox here. Appreciate it. Going to give it one last refresh to see what we can, take credit for, and it's nothing. So hop on over to the other stream. Everybody in the chat, appreciate you being here tonight. We don't have a show without you. And as always, while you were here, we just hope you had a blast. So good night, everybody.
Thank you.